Happy Halloween, boys and ghouls! Tonight's devilish delight is none other than Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. A film that came out in April of 1992 in the US. And as the Washington Post put it, another week. Another Stephen King movie disaster. I respectfully disagree. Sleepwalkers might not be up there with likes of Carrie and The Shining, but it's still a thoroughly enjoyable horror movie, and if you have a soft spot for Stephen King adaptations like The Night Flyer and The Mangler, then odds are you'll like this one too. One thing to note that I feel is something of a plus is the mythology that it served up in Sleepwalkers, where instead of vampires or werewolves, the monsters of the film are soul-sucking shapeshifters dating back to ancient Egypt, which is also where their animosity for cats originated. This neat little twist injects some originality into a mostly familiar setting. And it also provides the monsters in question with an intriguing backstory that could have been fleshed out even further if given a chance. The mother and son shapeshifters must feed on the life forces of innocent young women. The more innocent, the better. They set up in small towns, feast on the local virgin, and move on. Now they have come to the town in the Midwest to jorg on poor Madkin Madkin, who is probably best known for playing Shelley on Twin Peaks. The film is directed by Mick Garris, who has since gone on to direct 5 more Stephen King adaptations: The Stand, the ill-advised 1997 remake of The Shining, Riding the Bullet, Desperation, and Bag of Bones. He also directed the anthology film Quicksilver Highway, where one of the sections was based on a short story by King. The original director for Sleepwalkers was supposed to be Rupert Wainwright, who later got to test his horror chops with Stigmata. I really enjoy that movie. With Patricia Arquette, as well as the 2005 remake of The Fog. Based on the latter, I think it's safe to say we lucked out with Garris getting the gig instead, which happened as the insistence of Stephen King, after Wainwright had apparently rewritten most, maybe not most, but much of his screenplay. It's also worth noting that Sleepwalkers is based on an original screenplay written by King, and is therefore not adapted from any of his countless novels or short stories. Mick Garris had also directed 2 horror movies prior to this one, Critters 2, The Main Course, and Psycho 4, The Beginning. Critters 2 is one of those rare occasions where the sequel actually manages to top the original. So in that regard, I guess we can call Garris the James Cameron of low-budget horror movies, as there aren't a lot of directors who have managed that feat, regardless of genre. Sleepwalkers is also notable for its many cameo appearances by well-known horror personalities at the time, including Clive Barker, John Landis, Tobe Hooper, Joe Dante, as well as the Kinemaster himself. In the opening sequence, you can also spot the one and only Luke Skywalker as the sheriff of Bodega Bay, discovering the grisly body of a young woman, who fell victim to the monstrous mother and son, as played by Alice Krige and Brian Krause. And fun fact: even though they play mother and son in this film, Alice Krige is only 14 years older than Brian Krause in real life. Another fun fact: Madkin Amick's mother and father in the movie were married in real life at the time of filming. The two met when they played the mother and father of Ferris Bueller in Ferris Bueller's Day Off and got married soon thereafter. How cool is that? As for Alice Krige, she has since gone to become something of a horror and sci-fi icon. She played the Borg Queen in Star Trek First Contact, as well as in the final episode of Star Trek Voyager. And she's the big bad in movies like Silent Hill, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and also at the upcoming movie Gretel and Hansel. But enough talk. Let's load this disc and delve into this horrific little treat. This is going to be another good one in the series of late night Laserdiscs. Catch you in a bit with my little verdict of this movie. Cheers!
Boom! 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 Boom!
Alrighty then, I'm back again, and there has gone about 90 minutes of Sleepwalkers. There was a case of some disc rot on side 1 of the disc, and it made the sound distort quite a bit, but I managed to get through it, and the other side, side 2 of the disc, was just fine. So it's like, well, I'm kind of in the middle on this one. Not to tell a whole lot about the story of the movie, but there's a good pack of one-liners that's really enjoyable. There's also this special connection between mother and son that's quite disturbing, and of course there is some gore, and I find kind of the makeup more fun than horrific. It doesn't scare me a bit, but it's a 1992 horror flick from Stephen King, so it's kind of enjoyable. My judgment is not a thumbs up, it's not a thumbs down. I'm kind of in the middle of this. Well, I'm not sure what to say, really. Well, you probably should watch it for yourself and make up your opinion. Have you seen it? If you remember quite a bit about the movie, then please comment below what your thoughts on the movie is. That was another late night Laserdisc here on my YouTube channel at Swine's World. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want more of this. And, well, let me know what your thoughts about the movie is. Catch you later, guys. And have a enjoyable and horrible Halloween. See ya.